Hello and welcome to today's daily education video. I'm your host Robert Blackwell, and today we'll be discussing Japanese candlesticks, their structure, but actually looking practically to the MT4 platform to identify price action trading opportunities. So without further ado, please do familiarize yourself with the risks inherent in trading and have a quick look at the following disclaimer. And we'll move on to the content of this daily educational video. So the main focus, of course, will be identifying Japanese candlesticks within price action charts. One of the main focuses on technical analysis. It's not just focusing on trading opportunities, looking at technical indicators, whether it's looking specifically at price movement or things like volume. We're actually looking to identify opportunities solely based off the structure of each and every Japanese candlestick, or perhaps a small price pattern of a few consecutive Japanese candlesticks. So let's, without further ado, go on to our MT4 CFD trading platform, and we'll look through a couple of asset classes to look for potential trading opportunities. So the first market we have in front is the Euro US dollar currency pair. What I'll do then is actually zoom out and try and identify some of these just by annotating with the pen that we can look for potential. Well, first, buying opportunities. And I've chosen buying opportunities because we have a very clear trend to the upside here. So I want to decide or make a judgment call on where first we came to develop this long-term trend to the upside. Well, here, the price action here within this bracket is actually quite significant because it tells an actual reversal signal of the overall story of this trend. So what we have previous is a candle just here to the left, showing us an inverted hammer. It's telling us that the price does not want to continue to trade to the upside. Here we have but a second one, and what I can actually do is just annotate the um, the trend structure here is actually looking to trade to the downside. So that's showing some weakness in the euro against the US dollar, potentially some strength as well of the US dollar against the euro, and dictated on the price chart. We can see these candlesticks here are giving us signals that the market does not want to trade to the upside. So evidently we see quite a bearish trading signal here within this price structure. We see the candlestick trade to the downside, and it actually closes from high to low, almost in a engulfing Marubozu candle fashion, really taking out all of those previous candles. So that's technically very significant. But then what happens is what we call a little price structure here forms within this price pattern, giving us again a level of consolidation. So guys, we call a level of consolidation simply when the markets are trading sideways in a horizontal fashion and really not pushing in any single direction. The reason why this is technically significant is because as we observe these Japanese candlesticks, we are, of course, expecting continued movement to the downside, given that that is a very strong signal from an engulfing Marubozu bearish candle. That does not happen. So that tells us that we should look for indications maybe for price to either trade sideways or to show us that it may reverse. And that is why this technical structure within this bracket, this Japanese candlestick structure, is very significant. This candle here is effectively our engulfing Marubozu candle to the upside, or a bullish engulfing candle. It completely overwhelms the price action here within our little bracket of sideways trading, and it actually reverses to almost close just at the high of our candle. So certainly the sell signal previously is no longer valid, and that dictates to us that there's something going on in the price action of this market. Again, this is simply looking at this candlestick in its structure, and most certainly in the previous setup to this candle that makes the whole setup quite significant. And then we can look to see where this market goes. So effectively it trades to the upside, giving us a breakout, but then we see it roll over. And this can often happen in the financial markets, guys, particularly the forex markets, that when there's a breakout, it can lead it to the short term as a false breakout and effectively roll over to the same effective level that we're at before actually taking the next leg up. It creates the same low in and around the structure, just with the candlesticks there. You can see are trading just on lows, and then we get the move up. And certainly as we break these highs, that is technically significant for a continuation to the trend. So as we move across the price action, what I'll actually do is take that away and just look if we can tell that we're at this level here, the market is currently trading in around the 120 level. Where is it more likely to go to is the question I would like to pose, given that we have this movement from much of a lower level of perhaps 3 months to 4 months of trading. Well, the candle that gives us this verification is, of course, this candle here. It's very significant because of the size. The ATR of the candle shows us that it's giving us perhaps a 200 pip move to the upside, and that it's very significant of a move, such a significant move that we see it forms a new price structure that actually creates the new low of a range. Now, at the time, of course, we're not privy to that, but given the fact that we have a very strong move to the upside and then we find the top of that range, we can certainly assess that if the market decides to pull back to these ranges, it will be certainly within this price structure that we could assess for lows. And that's certainly what we see. So what I'd like to do is just to zoom in on this closer price action to detail that in a little more detail. We have our trading range here, and again, we can actually make trading decisions. Now, the decision for you as an individual trader is to either trade the full extent of this range or perhaps just look for quick short-term high probability trading opportunities. How do we do that? Again, simply by assessing the structure of the candlesticks. So again, here is our level with the new break with our engulfing to the new level between our highs and lows here of this market. So what we're looking to do is just to assess potential reversals so that we can trade within this range. Here we have our spinning top candle. So that is very significant just at this moment of time, because the market rolls over from our new high and trades to the downside, but we are still potentially buyers in this market given we've seen such a strong move to the upside. Then we get somewhere close to our range. We're looking for a signal in and around our line here, or our floor, particularly in this market. And that's actually what this candlestick gives us. Just now, it's not perfect because it's not effectively at our line like something like this would provide us with better risk reward. But nevertheless, it does effectively signal to us that there's a level of indecision after a period of selling off to the downside, and the market actually reverses. We get the confirmation in the second candle here, just perhaps as the market trades up and closes above the high of the previous candle. So there is a very good trade to the upside if we're looking to buy this trade. So again, there are trades here that we can assess throughout trading a range. Here is yet another one where we see the candle trade right to the downside. It reverses off and closes above our range here, above this little range from the floor of the market, and closes quite high. So that's technically a signal to tell us the market has bounced off this range and is looking to trade to the upside. So just some insight really into actually trading these Japanese candlesticks, whether you're range trading or you're looking for a potential breakout opportunity or simply some confirmation of the trend continuation. You can look specifically at the structure and form of each of these Japanese candlesticks to really give you confirmation in your trade ideas. So that concludes our daily educational video. Thank you for joining us here at Forex Academy. We do hope to see you very soon. Bye for now.